Hey guys, it's Skulk3 and welcome back to Let's Play AlterEgo. We are now in middle adulthood with...
Me!
Yes, Jill again, as you all probably knew. Now Jill, there's one thing I have to tell you about before we get started.
She dead.
No, she's not dead.
She's a
Don't worry.
zombie.
She's not a zombie, don't worry. However, she is, however, diabetic. So basically what that means, all you have to worry about is you need to keep your thoughtfulness statistic up. Otherwise you'll become otherwise you'll become irresponsible, start eating loads of sweets, and die. So yeah, you need to keep your thoughtfulness up. But basically every now and then I'll just check back, and if your thoughtfulness has gone down to like 40 or whatever, then I'll tell you.
Damn you, Ganon!
That wasn't Ganon, that was Annie.
Oh,
That was during young adulthood.
Of course.
Yeah, so
What have
Ganon
you
was
done
actually
to poor
Ganon was
Ganon?
actually pretty responsible, all things considered. However, you don't have a job. That's one thing that's happened.
I'm
You don't
in
have a
adulthood
job.
and I have no job.
You're in middle adulthood. You're married to a guy called Kip.
Okay.
You don't have any You don't have any children, and you don't have a job.
You changed. Okay.
So, what would you like to do? You also
Let's,
have $8,900.
That's a lot of money.
Fair amount, yeah.
Let's get a job, shall we?
Let's get a job. Full time, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
What employment area are you interested in? Business, sales, creative, health service 1, health service 2, entrepreneur, teacher, researcher, lawyer, technical, labor 1, which is like a factory worker, or labor 2, supervisor of a factory worker.
Lawyer.
Lawyer. Let's see if you can get it.
Attorney.
Congratulations, you start work immediately. Hooray, you're a lawyer
Yay.
now. What would you like
yeah,
to do next?
well paid.
You have monies.
Let's start an episode.
Start an episode. A longtime friend and confidant tells you that she is worried that her husband is fooling around with another woman. You are the other woman! Ah! No.
You kill yourself. Game over.
You kill yourself. Game over. You can't deal with the guilt. You have known the two of them for quite some time, and you don't think a husband would do something like that, but you aren't positive about it either. Are you sympathetic or unsympathetic?
Sympathetic.
Do you tell her it's probably nothing, tell her to do some checking up on him, or tell her she's paranoid? You're fucking insane! Snap the fuck out of it!
Tell her to do some checking up on it.
Oh man. I'm sure this advice is given with good intentions. However, it is not what she wants to hear. What if she finds out that her suspicions are correct? Besides, she doesn't want strangers knowing her business. She'd rather hear the ugly news from a friend. Soon after this, you notice her husband walking arm in arm with a beautiful woman 15 years his junior. Do you ignore it, tell your friend what you saw, or confront him about it directly?
I want to tell my friend.
You're gonna tell your friend, okay. Couldn't resist poking your nose into other people's business, could you? After revealing what you saw, your friend confronts her husband and throws him out of the house. Not soon after, the husband presents an airtight alibi which exonerates him and identifies you as a meddler. Oh man, but you're a lawyer, you should be able to fight against that. Come on. Jeez, man.
Did I die?
Holy cow! You're definitely
What?
doing well as a lawyer. You had
What?
like, what was it? You had like, what, 8,000 earlier? You now have
Yeah.
35,000. From one episode, you have
I told you.
35,000.
It's a well-paid job.
Goodness. Okay, let's continue. You need to talk to someone about a finance-related matter. The person with whom you are dealing has a reputation for being a stern, pragmatic, and very money-conscious business type. A meeting between you and this person is suggested. The outcome of such a meeting can affect your vocational sphere tremendously because she is very influential. Are you a little nervous, confident, or very confident?
Confident.
Confident. Do you suggest a meeting place at? Do you suggest a meeting at your place of work? Suggest a lunch meeting, or suggest a breakfast meeting?
A lunch meeting.
Lunch meeting, good choice. At lunch, the waiter asks if you would like to order a drink. Do you order an alcoholic drink, or a non-alcoholic drink, or wait for her to order first?
Wait for her to order first.
She orders a double vodka martini. You can order an alcoholic drink or a non-alcoholic drink.
Non-alcoholic.
Good choice. A wise move! Now you won't have to worry about the effects of alcohol interfering with your judgment of your appearance. Good insight translates into an increase on the thoughtfulness characteristic. That's pretty dang helpful. Because of your thoughtfulness, because your thoughtfulness is generally moderate to strong. Moderate to strong, it's like 97! Bloody hell, man. The meeting goes well. The outcome is an increase in resources to the tune of $10,000. Nice.
Yay!
So you now
more
have,
money!
You now have 51,000. So that's pretty nice.
Yay!
Yeah, let's just continue a bit. You have seen your friend Marsha and her husband John socially for a long time. They have a very peculiar relationship. John insists on controlling every aspect of Marsha's life. One day, when you were talking to Marsha, she confesses that about 3 years ago she began seeing another man, one who was kind, gentle, and loving. It's all about adultery in this one. She has been thinking about leaving John for this other man, but is unsure if she can. Are you uncomfortable or comfortable?
Comfortable.
Comfortable. Don't give any direct advice, or give her some advice.
Give us some advice. Oh, there. Advice, please.
Advice? Advice? You're beginning to sound a bit like Ganon. What kind of advice are you going to give her? Do you seek marriage counselling? Continue the affair? Divorce John and marry the other man, or divorce John and marry neither one? Lose your man and just be sad and alone for the rest of your life. That's all you deserve, you cheating hussy. Marriage counselling, good idea. Marsha tells you that she and John have already been to several marriage counsellors. 2 marriage counsellors got so fed up with John that, for the sake of their own sanity, they refused to see the couple anymore. 2 others said that the problem was Marsha's own lack of assertiveness and a desire to be controlled, which Marsha knew anyway but couldn't help. Do you want to give Marsha any more advice? Yes or no?
No.
No.
Well, wait. No.
Too late. Good, you've meddled enough as it is. I've just called you a nosy Parker, essentially. Man, a nosy Parker. Has anyone used that phrase in the last 50 years? I doubt it.
I don't know.
Okay, thoughtfulness is now 78. That's a bit weird.
That's bad.
It's all that meddling you've been doing. Gah. Health 1. Lately you've been feeling sharp twinges of pain localized in the stomach. The pain arrives about an hour or 2 after eating, but disappears completely when you put something into your stomach. Do you feel panic, concern, or calm?
Concerned.
Do you go to the doctor or wait for it to pass?
Go to the doctor.
Probably safest. Your concern is justified. The doctor tells you that you have developed an ulcer. Right now, the ulcer can be treated with antacids and other medications by rest and relaxation, and by avoiding stressful situations whenever possible. Will you take the doctor's advice? Yes or no?
Yes.
Thought as much. Good. Eventually you recover. That's a good idea. People do die from ulcers.
What is an ulcer?
An ulcer. We've actually talked about this several times. I can't remember how. But it's like it's caused by stress, and it's something in the stomach lining.
Is it a tumor?
Not exactly, but it just basically is. I don't really know all the details, but it's really, really nasty. You can have stomach ulcers. You can have stomach ulcers, which are mainly caused by stress and whatever, and then there's mouth ulcers, which are just annoying. And like whenever you touch it, it hurts. So makes eating difficult. Anyways,
okay.
Next one. As you advance vocationally, you must leave your old responsibilities to the various different people. On your next move forward, you are notified that a very young woman full of new ideas, techniques, and strategies is about to fill your old position. She will not be placed without your approval. You interview her for the position, and she comments that while she feels you did a good job where you were, she plans on doing a better one. She sees your skills are in the area that you are about to leave as limited and old-fashioned, not because of any fault of your own, but because times are changing, you know? Are you angry or calm?
What a bitch.
What a bitch. So, angry?
Yes.
Okay. Do you recommend that someone else do the job, or recommend hiring her?
Recommend that someone else do the job, because she's just a bitch. She does not deserve to be... Just do.
Oh, Ganon's back. You are asked to explain why you don't want her to do the job. What will you say? I just don't like her. She's too aggressive. She will ruin all my hard work. Or is she is messing with established success?
What was the second one?
She's too aggressive. Rich coming from Claire, to be fair, but you know.
The fourth one, please.
You see it as messing. Everyone else sees it as improving on something that is already good, but whose time has passed. What will you do? Be stubborn and insist that she not be hired, or give in?
Give in.
Okay. It is clear that this really isn't your decision at all. The fact that people wanted your input was just a courtesy. Now that you have given in, how do you feel? Angry, furious, or better?
Angry.
Angry. That is understandable. I guess you feel like you are being put out to pasture. Makes sense. Because they are doing it. While you were thinking about your life and the future, you come to a startling realization. The average life expectancy for women is only about 20 years past your current age.
Oh god.
Are you anxious, terrified, depressed, or calm?
Calm.
Calm. Do you ignore the thought or do something about it?
To live or not to live 20 years?
It's not so much, oh well, I'm only going to live for 20 more years anyway, I might as well kill myself now. It's more, what are you going to do about these thoughts?
Let it go.
Let it go. That is a pretty good trick. You must be the type of person who completely blot unpleasant thoughts from your mind. Sorry, Ganon, we can't listen to you now. It used to be believed that... Ganon! It used to be believed that people who do this are unhealthy, but research is beginning to indicate that it can be healthy in some situations. It may indeed be healthy not to let yourself worry about things over which you have no control. Hooray! I'm gonna have to say, shut the fuck up already! Ganon! Shush!
Johnny! Okay. We shouldn't be talking to it.
Okay. My messages aren't getting through anyway. Okay. We might leave that in, we might edit it out. Let's see! But in any case, if we edit it out, it'll just be us two laughing at about what seems to be nothing. Anyways, yes. Well, with that little distraction, what would you like to do next? You can buy stuff. You can do stuff with Kip. You can continue with life. Do stuff. Well, it could mean do stuff. Also, this game is saying that women only live to be like 70, isn't it? Like 80?
They usually grow older
that,
than men.
Or is that? Yeah. I think for men it's 80, isn't it?
I don't know.
I can't remember anymore.
Well, my oldest relative is 85, I think. And
cool.
He's a man. I think.
Well, obviously it's not gonna be that as a rule on your 80th birthday you have to pop your clogs. It's that typically
pop your clogs. What the hell kind of expression is that?
I don't know, but I'm pretty sure it exists. If it doesn't, then it should do. So yeah, what do you want to do?
What does buying items do for your life?
It means that you have more stuff, and it gives you something to do with your money, which is really just sitting there for now.
Let's buy something.
Buy something. Okay. Welcome to the wonderful world of major purchases. In this icon, you'll have the opportunity to purchase the material possessions you've always dreamt about. You can use either cash or your easy-to-arrange credit program. While you're in this icon, I will encourage you to spend to your heart's content, but please note that spending beyond your means can, and in most cases will, be hazardous to your emotional and physical health. Also keep in mind these ancient words of consumer wisdom, caveat emptor. In this icon, you can purchase several items. Would you like to make a purchase?
Yes, please.
Yes or no? Yes. How fabulous! Your salesperson will be Bob Roberts. What would you like to purchase? You want to buy a watch, some stereo equipment, some photo equipment, some jewelry, gourmet cooking accessories. Fun fact, in the male version, the gourmet cooking accessories is a computer! Sexism! Sports/exercise equipment, clothes/wardrobe, automobile, library of books, travel adventures, or toys or goodies for the family. Well, seeing as you only have a husband, I don't want to know what kind of toys those are.
That was... oh, crap.
Want me to go through again?
No. Let's buy a watch.
Buy a watch. There are 3 watches that you can buy. Cheap, $10, better, $50, or extravagant, $500.
50.
50. A somewhat sensible choice. A more expensive watch will probably last longer than a cheap one. Social and intellectual spheres will rise slightly. Yeah. Would you like to pay for this with cash or credit
cash.
Auto purchase?
We have so much of it.
We do have plenty of cash. Would you like to make another purchase?
Yes, please.
What would you like to buy?
Let's buy some clothes.
Clothes! You can buy some new clothes at $50 per purchase. Do you still want to buy some? Yes.
Yes.
Social sphere will increase slightly. I will assume that you have at least average taste. Not me! Would you like to pay for this with cash or credit? Cash. I'm guessing. Yup. Would you like to consider another purchase?
Yeah.
What do you want to buy?
Let's buy a car.
Car! There are 5 types of automobiles you can buy. An old clunker, $300. A late model used car, $22,500, a new economy car, $7,000, a new sports car, $15,000, or a luxurious prestige car, $29,999.
Well, last time we checked, we had like $50,000, didn't we?
Yeah, I think, well, like, last time I checked and didn't tell you, it was more like 65,000.
Maybe I should have taken the lawyer job. Too much money!
Too much money! We can't deal with all this wealth! No!
Let's take the one to $15,000.
New sports car.
Yes.
What a show-off! The truth is, you'll probably never have the chance to live it up in a sports car more than now. If you can afford it, enjoy it! You're going through your midlife crisis. Would you like to pay for this with cash or credit? Cash, I'm guessing, yep. I'm just gonna see how much money you have first.
Minus 2,000!
You have 56,000. You're still doing pretty good. What would you like to do now? More buying?
Let's go to the child menu.
Okay, good luck, but I think you are 51 now, but we can give it a go. Try to have a child. Would you like to try to have a baby with your husband or adopt a child?
Let's adopt a child.
Okay, you can. Adopting a child can be complicated and difficult. You must also pass strict screening requirements. Do you want to continue?
Yes.
Good luck with this, with your gentleness.
Shut up.
I'm sorry, you do not meet the requirements for adoption. Yep, that's what I figured. Do you want to try and have your own?
Yes.
At the age of 50, almost 52. Let's. I'm sorry, no luck this time. Want to keep trying?
No.
Nope. Okay, what do you want to do now then?
Let's have an episode.
Have an episode. You break down mentally. No. A friend of yours who believes in astrology, tarot cards, and other similar kinds of self-direction tries to convince you to have your cards read by Madam Natasha, psychic medium. Sorry, I was reading things weirdly out there, but... do you feel frivolous or skeptical?
Frivolous.
Do you see the medium or not?
See the medium.
You step inside a dark room. Medium Natasha looks more like large Natasha and fills most of the space. You notice that she has a kind face and a gentle voice. The fee for reading is $50. Cash only, please, darling. Natasha asks if you want to continue. Yes or
yes. No? We have too much money.
We have too much money! Take it all, Natasha, please! Too much! We're drowning here! Madam Natasha speaks. You are a very interesting young lady, my dear. Sometimes mysterious and exciting.
Pardon me.
Somber.
Pardon me. Are you doing a Jamaican accent?
I'm trying to read it out as it's spelt here.
Okay.
It's very weird. You will have mixed luck in life. You understanding, darling? Mixed luck. In a very short time, you will have two experiences. One a very lucky experience, one not lucky, but not necessarily terrible either. Did you get that?
Yes.
I see people standing around you in an open place and talking to you in a loud voice. What else? Let's see. Oh yes, I see evil coming into your life. Great forces of evil causing you pain and suffering.
Maybe you shouldn't have had that child then.
You shouldn't have had what child? Mysterious child appears. This is all the cards will tell us for now, darling. For $100, I take traveler's checks if you have it. I will light a candle which will tell the rest of the story. Are you willing?
Yeah.
Da or niet?
Whatever.
Whatever is
just do it!
Yes.
Yes.
Okay then. Thank you, darling. Now let us see. These forces of evil. They are very, very powerful. They are needing big spell. This spell will rid you of them for a long, long time. The cost of such a spell is minimal. $500, all materials included.
This is very expensive,
compared to the havoc. Somebody tells me it's a scam. Compared to the havoc caused by the absence of the spell. Are you willing? Da or niet?
Whatever. Just give her the money.
A very wise move, darling. You must trust that I will rid you of these forces that will destroy your happiness. And remember, darling, money is the root of all evil, so hand it over. After you pay Madam Natasha an additional $500, she waves her arms in the air and puts herself in a trance. Lamina, Samina, Humina, Humina, make the forces disappear and bring the next customer in here. Thank you, darling, and good luck.
Bye.
Yeah.
Well,
you just paid $650 for weird waving arms.
Okay.
But you still have $62,000, so it's okay. At a social gathering of attention focuses on Marcia Brandon, a never-married woman who has arrived wearing outlandish clothes, a hairstyle at least 20 years behind the times, and makeup that seems to have been applied with a spatula. Friends begin elbowing one another. You hear someone mutter a sentence which ends in beauty school dropout and a giggle. Someone else offers the tag bag lady in training to describe her. What, these people are like, what, 50? The oddness of her appearance is both comical and unsettling. Later, Marcia comes over to you and asks how you've been. Are you disdainful/sarcastic or supportive?
It's old bag.
It's old bag. No!
Supportive.
She's way more than 50. She's like 800. Supportive. Do you say something positive to her, make a hostile comment, or stab her in the face?
Is that really an option?
No.
Okay.
What do you think?
I'm just asking. This game is insane.
Do you want me to try and hack the game?
No.
Put stab her in the face as an option.
Hack the game.
Okay, say something positive or make a hostile comment. In a quiet voice, she asks if you can speak to you privately about something. Refuse or walk away from the crowd for a moment.
I don't trust this lady. Maybe she's the
lady.
old bag.
Hello.
She's the Oberman in disguise.
That's some lovely skin you have there. Be ashamed of something that happened to it.
Okay. Let's just go with the old lady.
Go with the old lady. She thanks you for the kind words and mentions that she realizes everyone around her thinks she's strange. You have never really heard her talk at length, but you find out that she really doesn't care what other people think, and never did. She has a very enjoyable life on the whole. It seems that she needs $5,000 of seed money to get a new cosmetics company off the ground. Electric eyeshadow and foundation putty are two of the products under development now. She asks if you would like to get in on the ground floor.
Yeah.
If ventures a success, you will earn half the profits.
Just
invest in the company or not?
Yes, just give her the money.
Thoughts? The project is a success. You earn a total of $50,000 in resources. You have too much money! 100,672.
Oh my god, let's buy some more cars.
Buy some more cars. Okay, what would you like to buy?
The most expensive car.
Most expensive car? Okay. If you keep this up, you'll probably be traveling in either a private jet or a hearse by the next phase of life.
Ouch.
Would you like to pay for this with cash?
Cash. Brought along $100,000.
Would you like to do more shopping?
Yes.
Oh, what would you like to buy?
Some stereo equipment.
Stereo equipment. You have two choices. An average sound system with the usual round dials and buttons for $250, or a high-tech model with lights, switches, laser beams, and speakers that a small person could easily live in for $899.
Let's get the big one.
Thought so. Your stereo will arrive in 12 boxes and take 6 days to put together. On the positive side, you'll have something you have always wanted. The ability to create minor earthquakes with the simple flick of a switch. Would you like to pay for this with cash or credit?
Cash.
Yay! Another more purchasing or no?
No, let's just keep our money for
Okay.
now.
Continue with life or Kip or...
Let's have an event with Kip.
Event with Kip.
Kip. How can I name it?
Have an experience. Your husband has an interesting habit, which he has displayed many times over the years you have been married. Every time the two of you go out to eat dinner, he leans over your plate and picks at the food in your dish. Tonight, the two of you are with very special friends. Moments after you sit down to eat, he spears an appetizer from your dish and pops it into his mouth. Do you give him a dirty look, ignore it, make a funny joke about it to the others, or say something firm but polite to him?
Make a funny joke about it.
What kind of funny joke could you possibly make that would not sound mean and condescending? How about, my husband comes from a big family. Whenever anything was put on the table, it was every person for himself. Something like that would be cute. And that way you could insult your husband and his upbringing at the same time. Some things are probably better overlooked.
Crap.
You're a bitch.
I'm a rich bitch.
A rich bitch? Hell yeah. What would you like to do next then? You have 50,000. What next?
Could you check my stats, please?
No, I'm only telling you those at the end, remember?
Oh, yeah.
But
I want to know my calmness.
Calmness, 85. I'll
Gentleness.
tell you that much. 53. It's probably not really fair for me to tell you statistics. Thoughtfulness has gone down to 54, by the way.
Oh,
so
shit.
Careful. I don't know how low it is.
So
before
if I
it gets
get beneath
deadly.
40%, she'll die.
I don't know how low it is, but I was saying 40 is a sort of warning time.
But how do I get the thoughtfulness up then?
I don't know. When you get to choices, try and think of what would be thoughtful.
Okay. Let's take another episode.
Another episode, okay? Sexual nature.
You're not even asking anymore, just pressing accept.
No, I'm sorry, but you got to accept it. A college-aged guy named Bobby Reinhardt works at the dry cleaning store that you use. College-aged, like 30 years younger than you.
Okay.
One evening, you arrive at the store just as it is closing. You absolutely need the clothes tonight. Bobby is already out the door. Because you know him by name and because you also know that he is friendly, you feel sure that he will reopen the store and get you your clothes. Are you friendly or anxious?
Friendly.
Do you ask him to reopen the store or decide to wait until it opens?
Ask him to reopen the store.
Your social skills make it easy for you to ask for this request in a way that is difficult to refuse. He reopens the store for you. As you watch him disappear to the back of the store, you notice how firm his body is, and for a moment, you drift back to the days when you were that young. Was it that long ago, you wonder? Yes, you conclude. It was that long ago. Bobby snaps you back to reality by handing you a big pile of clothes and asks if you would like a hand walking out to the car. You thank him. Just before you pull out of the parking lot, you notice that Bobby is having car trouble. Rather than having genuine concern about his transportation difficulties, you find yourself entertaining the thoughts of a fling with this younger man.
God.
Do you offer to help jumpstart the car? Offer him a lift back home? Do nothing, go back to your own home? Or jump his bones?
Help him with starting up the car.
Okay. Nothing helps. The battery's completely dead. Offer him a lift back home, or do nothing and go back home.
Offer him a lift back home.
In the car on the way home, you notice him looking at you in a peculiar sort of way. He tells you that it's funny to be sitting next to someone he's only seen from behind the counter. You find yourself talking very freely to him, and for a moment, your connection to him is like taking a fast train ride back to adolescence. Because you are relating to him more on his own level, he perceives you as a different kind of adult. You are honestly curious and even envious about his life rather than critical, like most other adults. As you begin to feel younger, he begins to feel older. You swap bodies. What the fuck? Soon you realize that you could enjoy talking to Bobby for a long time. He's young and charming and just a little naive. He motions proudly to a cluster of apartments, explaining that he lives alone, moved out of his parents' home because he needed to be independent. He invites you up for a cup of coffee. Do you go up and have a cup of coffee, or say that you have to get back to your own home?
I should probably get home.
To your loving husband.
Yes.
On the way home, you begin to think back to the time when you were just a teenager yourself. Maybe Bobby was the type of guy who would have asked you out. He was very attractive. You sigh as you are transported briefly to another time of your life.
You crash!
Welcome to adolescence! What the fuck? Okay. You have just walked into a store and there's apparently no one around to take your order. It seems that the person who should be waiting on you has stepped out of sight for a few moments. Waiting in the store with you is a teenager, a young man about 16 years old wearing an old t-shirt and a pair of blue jeans. He must have arrived a few seconds before you. He is tapping his foot lightly to the sound of the imaginary rock and roll band playing in his head. The proprietor steps out from the room at the back of the store, makes eye contact with you and says, "May I help you?" Are you neutral or concerned?
Neutral.
Do you say something to the store manager about the boy or place your order?
Is it complaining or?
I don't know. Just says say something to him.
Say something about the boy then, if he's... Is he in front of me in the line?
I think so, but anyways. It's hard to imagine what a neutral kind of a comment concerning the boy would be. I'm sure you wouldn't say something like, "That's a teenager over there." To say anything of relevance concerning the boy, you would have to have some emotion connected to it. So, you just pointed at him and said, "Look at that thing! Oh my god! Have you seen it?" Oh, you now have 43,000, so you're losing money now.
Oh god.
Hooray! That's what you've always wanted. Unless it was that we bought stuff and we are actually climbing back up. I don't know. Anyways, health 1. While looking in the mirror, you notice that the skin around your eyes is marked by deep cracks which radiate toward your temples like dry tree roots in search of water. There are deep lines in your forehead, and for the first time you realize that they make you look as if your face is frozen in a constant scowl. Are you depressed or unconcerned?
Depressed.
Do you get some cosmetic surgery, ask for advice, or do nothing?
Ask for advice.
Whom will you ask? Husband, female friend, or male friend?
Female friend. Unless I have a gay friend. Do I have that?
No, gay friend isn't on there. Or Gale friend. Either way.
It's not a wind. Oh well, go on.
Your female friend says that she has often thought about it, but was afraid that people would think that she was vain. Will you opt for the surgical procedure anyway? Yes or no?
Yes.
Oh, terrific! Now go out there and knock him dead.
Yay! I didn't die.
You didn't die, oddly enough. Sadly, the needle was infected. You got a rare disease that is incurable.
Game over.
You die. What would you like to do next?
Let's have an event with our loving husband.
Loving
Kip.
husband. What about your hating husband? Don't you think you should give him some attention? You and Kip have had a good marriage up until this point. Mostly. The local paper singles you out as couple of the year and sends you on a vacation cruise around the world. Bon voyage. That's the event. What next? You didn't have any choices, just well done.
Oh,
you're doing pretty good with Kip.
Was that the event?
That's all it said. You're doing good. What next? Would you like to actually do something with Kip?
Try and adopt a child.
Try and adopt a child again?
Yeah.
Okay. Adopting you done, never done. Nope. What next?
Episode, please.
Episode. Your car is to be taken in for some minor repair work. The work will not cost you any appreciable amount of money, but it will be an inconvenience since you will have to drop the car off at the repair shop early in the morning.
I have 2 cars.
You do have 2 cars, and rearrange your usual travel plans. You call in to make an appointment, and the service representative tells you that repairs are made on a first-come, first-served basis. Are you angry or calm?
Calm.
Do you delay getting the repairs done, or bring the car in to be fixed?
Bring the car in.
It is easy to see that you are an optimist. You are greeted by a mechanic who is clearly holding a book with the word appointments in big letters across the front. You clearly recall hearing that cars would be taken on a first-come, first-served basis. Perhaps they are running a beauty parlour in the back of the garage. Perhaps they used to do service by appointment, and now they just keep the book for something else. Nope, it is a bona fide appointment book. The mechanic apologizes for the misunderstanding. He sees that you are a calm person and is prepared to treat you with courtesy. He can give you an appointment for 3 weeks from Friday. Do you accept the appointment, ask to speak to a supervisor, begin to yell and scream and bang your fists on the floor, or leave?
I accept the appointment.
Accept the appointment. Not only are you calm, but you are also quite unassertive, with all due respect. Over the next 3 weeks, your car's health deteriorates rapidly. The cost of the repair bill when you finally do get to your appointment is $500.
No.
That's not really a problem, though.
Nope.
Let's see how much you have now. 38,000. Almost 39. Health 1. In the middle of a great rush to get out of the house, you pick up a pair of shoes, only to see the heel dangling precariously from the back. It looks like you can pound the heel back into the shoe and still wear it. Determined or cautious?
Cautious.
Do you pound the heel back into the shoe, or look for another pair of shoes?
Look for another pair.
You have probably already imagined getting your heel lost in many embarrassing places. This is a small situation that requires great wisdom. You search through the mountain of shoes in the bottom of your closet, because you're a woman and all women have 8,000 pairs of shoes, and come up with 2 pair. For possible substitutions. Do you pick out a relatively unworn pair of shoes that look good but never fit right, or pick out a pair of old, comfortable shoes?
Comfortable.
Comfortable. A pair of sensible shoes will never bite you in the back, of the foot, that is. You spend the day in comfort. Intelligence rises sharp.
Yay!
Hooray! You became smarter because you put on some good shoes.
Yay! Maybe you should throw some of the old shoes out.
Burn them with fire. Event. While you were pulling out of a parking lot, you witness a hit-and-run accident. A young boy on a bicycle has been struck by another motorist and is bleeding in the middle of the street. It doesn't look like there is enough time for you to get help. Do you feel panic or calm?
Calm.
Call for help or try to administer first aid?
I don't know if I know first aid.
You can try and find out. You're pretty intelligent, so
okay,
you might be able to work it out. Calmness is a trait that is central to your personality. In this instance, you use it to react quickly and efficiently. You approach the boy who's bleeding profusely. Do you help him there, or drag him? Do you help him there, or do you drag him to the sidewalk?
Drag him to the sidewalk.
Pavement. It's not a good idea to try to move an injured person. The injuries become complicated. The boy dies in your arms. Shit.
Shit.
That's depressing.
I wonder whose AlterEgo person that was.
Well,
I'm sorry. Whoever
That was my file, damn you.
Oh, I'm sorry.
So you're the bitch who failed to help me. What would you like to do now? Maybe you were hit by Oboe Man. He ran away from Oboe Man. So he ran him over. What now?
Let's take some more episodes.
Take some more episodes.
You always repeat it.
I'm going to skip ahead just for fun. Things are becoming extremely stressful at work lately. You cannot find a single person capable of doing his or her job well, and there are time pressures and deadlines. You find yourself working overtime. At the end of the day, you would like more than anything just to relax, but it's no use. The more you try to wind down after the work, the more the pressure gets to you. You are beginning to feel afraid that work has become such an overbearing responsibility that you will no longer be able to enjoy your life. Are you depressed/resigned or angry?
Depressed/resigned.
Do you face the fact that life probably won't change much, or do something about it?
Do something about it.
You commit suicide. You have made an inappropriate response. Please choose again.
Angry and do something about it.
That's the spirit. What will you do? Change jobs, take a nice stiff drink, or take a nice long vacation?
I'd like to take a vacation, please.
What a splendid idea. Will you be doing a lot of sightseeing and other enjoyable activities during your vacation? Yes or no?
Yes.
You must be careful then. Some people plan such complicated vacation itineraries that their relaxed time becomes just as filled with responsibility as their work time. Careful. You don't want to break your heart or something. I think a new one just opened up.
Did
there.
you check my thoughtfulness?
Yeah, your thoughtfulness is doing
Okay.
fine. It's 74, so I'm checking it every now and then. Don't worry. Let's health one. Since you are putting on a few extra pounds around the waist, you consider a physical exercise program which might benefit you. A health club might not be a bad idea. Interested or not interested?
Interested.
Join or do not?
Join.
The price of a membership is $500. Would you care to join? Yes or no? After a week of sweating and toiling, you feel worse than when you began. Do you honestly think you can keep up with this? Definitely, or it's doubtful.
God. Definitely.
Yay! You certainly have the self-discipline needed for sticking to a rigorous exercise program. How about joining a nice aerobics class to help get your heart in shape? Yes or no? The class is full of women at least 15 years your junior. They make you a bit self-conscious. Steve, however, is a hunk. Getting in shape might be more fun than you think. At the end of a 6-week program, your body looks terrific.
Yay!
It's good to see you. You're doing better physically than before.
Yay!
That's good.
We are healthy!
Healthy!
Except for the fact that we have diabetes.
Yeah, diabetes! A relative whom you haven't seen in many years calls you up on the phone with a hard luck story. He needs approximately $5,000 in order to keep his house. You have heard that he has certain bad habits, though when he speaks with you, he sounds decent enough. Perhaps he really has fallen on hard times. He appeals to you for the loan, which he assures you he will repay within the year. Are you sympathetic or not?
Sympathetic.
Do you lend him the money or not?
Lend him the money.
You are very generous, but also a bit naive. As you discover, if you had $1 for every excuse he comes up with, you would have been repaid. Unfortunately, you get only the excuses, not the cash. You must have had some fantasy that he might strike it rich and repay you double or triple the amount. Some fantasies can get very expensive. Yeah, but we still have plenty of money.
How much money do we have?
53,000. So it's doing pretty good.
Attorneys are well paid.
More normal events or Kip or child. You're 62 now,
yeah,
so
we shouldn't go for a child.
maybe you shouldn't try for a child.
Let's have an event with Kip.
Event with
Old
Kip.
man.
Experience. Kip has decided that he would like to quit work, go back to college, and change his career at the age of 60. Bloody hell, man! He claims to feel bored with his present life and craves the change. His going back would cause you to have more responsibilities. You would also have fewer resources because of college costs, transportation expenses, and any loss of income if Kip stops working. What will you do?
Money.
Do you encourage him to go to college, discourage him from it, or tell him to think about it more before deciding?
Tell him to think about it more before deciding.
Kip wonders whether you think you would be foolish enough to consider doing something like this without giving it a lot of thought. He produces a carton full of college catalogues and brochures, sample schedules, and a list of requirements for his new major. Over the course of his studies, you begin to see Kip less and less. It seems that he has discovered a new life at school, at the age of 60. There are newer, younger friends who are willing to be friends with some weird 60-year-old man who's decided to go back to college for some reason. Both men and women. And lots of talk about things which either don't interest you or you don't understand. At this point you can say that you are feeling a bit neglected, say nothing because he seems happy, or suggest that you take some courses together.
Say nothing because he seems happy.
Yes, he is happy. Unfortunately, his happiness may make you feel a little left out. There are times in a marriage when people begin to lose track of who they are, other than the husband of so-and-so or the wife of so-and-so. This can cause a great deal of confusion and resentment. You needed to find out just what he was capable of doing on his own. As it turns out, your husband does very well in school and eventually graduates. How do you feel? Proud or relieved that this phase is over with?
Proud.
That is very admirable of you. It becomes more successful than ever. You both benefit emotionally and financially.
Oh God.
Oh boy, more money! 64,000! And you're 63 years old.
I'm a rich old lady.
You are a rich old lady. With a rich old husband. What next?
An episode.
Episode. It is the morning before an important day at work. As you are getting ready, your cheek begins to twitch rather noticeably. At first the twitch feels like a mild tickle on your cheek. You don't give it much thought, but as time passes it gets much worse. Soon your eye begins to blink uncontrollably at random intervals. Are you anxious/afraid, calm, or angry?
Calm.
Do you not go to work, or do you try to do something about it?
Try to do something about it.
What will you do? Wear dark glasses to hide it, see a doctor, or try to work the nervous habit into your everyday behavior?
See a doctor.
The doctor tells us that your tic is probably a nervous habit brought on by stress. There is no telling how long it may last. Sometimes they become permanent. You'll have to slow down and relax. Do you take a vacation from
Another
work?
vacation.
No, sorry, not a vacation. A vacation from work, or continue as is.
Let's take a holiday.
You mean take a vacation? The vacation does you a world of good. Some of the people you meet on vacation think that you are winking at them, but your nervous habit quickly goes away. However, you did have sex with that one guy who took it to be really something that really wasn't. Yep. Because of your fine vocational performance, you were singled out for your tremendous achievements and honoured in an awards dinner hosted by important members of your work environment. During your introduction, the host notes that you are outstanding because of your ability to work with others, enriching the field and exemplifying the most outstanding qualities of hard work, patience, and pride.
Yay!
Do you feel humble/modest, embarrassed/anxious, or proud?
First one.
Do you make a long speech or a short one?
Short one.
Nobody likes a long speech, right? You are truly humble and modest, not to mention extremely considerate. Who would you like to thank most during your speech? Those with whom you work, your boss, your family, or a higher power? Praise the Lord!
Those of which I work with.
Those with whom you work. That is very sincere. Your co-workers appreciate you for this. Social sphere increases markedly.
Yay!
Or markedly. I don't know how you pronounce that especially. Yeah. Thoughtfulness is 79, so you're safe.
Something smells
there.
very nice.
Hooray! You're just going mildly insane. You have 66,000.
Should we get in the car?
No.
Okay.
We have enough cars.
We have two.
Well, you could buy other stuff from that list than just cars. You already have 2 cars, and there's 2 of you in your family.
It's a car for each of us. Okay.
Then why are you trying to get more?
Because...
Oh, you never know when I'm going to just lean across and drive both cars at the same time.
Exactly.
So what do you want to do?
Let's buy something.
Okay, you got to do some shopping.
Okay.
Okay. What would you like to
Could
buy?
you read out the list?
Okay, I'll read out the stuff you haven't got yet. Photo equipment, jewelry, gourmet cooking accessories, sports/exercise equipment. You can buy more clothes, library of books, travel adventures, or family goodies.
Another car!
Yeah, sure.
No.
Because I will if you really want to buy another car.
I don't think Annie needs more cars.
I don't think any of us need more cars.
Maybe Claire needs more cars.
I think we're killing the planet enough as is. We don't need a
We
woman.
have mild earthquake machine.
Mild earthquake machine. Exactly.
Let's get some creative equipment.
What would that be?
The read out the list again.
Photo equipment. The photo equipment, okay. You have 3 choices. A standard automatic travel pocket camera for $50, a basic 35mm camera with instruction book for $125, or a computer-controlled fully automatic camera for $399.
Good one.
So,
the expensive one.
Yep. Another toy with lights and buttons to play with. It takes good pictures but must be handled very delicately. Would you like to pay for this with cash or
cash?
As you take the camera out of the store, it explodes in your hands. You die from the impact. Game over. Would you like to more shopping or...
Let's stop for now. We'll save the money.
Okay. You've just passed through middle adulthood.
Seriously?
The last thing you did was buy a camera. Your family life has been
good. That was a short phase. What the hell?
Hey, the adulthood was even shorter. That was only like half an hour. During this phase of life, your body doesn't always respond the way your mind would like it to.
But it's well exercised.
You did plenty of exercise that one time. A sore back after a hard day's work or sore feet and legs after a long walk are not uncommon. In general, you are not very healthy.
Oh. What the hell?
You fat slag. Fortunately, you don't have to worry about drugs or alcohol ruining your health.
With diabetes.
I'm guessing the diabetes didn't really help your physical.
Yeah.
Socially, you're doing quite well. I hope that you and Kip are enjoying your lives together. Apparently so. Now, regarding your emotional and personality development, you're a very trustworthy person. Even though we all have our secrets, you are doing a very good job of keeping your wilder side under control.
Yeah.
You've seemed to have negotiated your midlife crisis without becoming depressed. However, you have bought 2 cars which you don't need. You can be sensible and understanding. You're usually cool, calm, and collected. People see you as an extremely wise person. They rely on you often for advice and are pleased with the results they get from interacting with you. The next phase of life is full of mixed blessings. You may feel old and lonely some days and cheerful and strong on others. Our society certainly has its share of prejudices against older folks, but you can have rich and rewarding experiences despite this. You will have your chance to thumb your nose at people who think you are too old to live it up a little. After all, you were doing most of these things and enjoying them long before these people were toilet trained. Welcome to old age. The woman I shall become will be quite different from the woman I am now. Another I is beginning, and so far I have not had to complain of her. George Sand.
What?
Nice name you got there, George. The woman you shall become. Well, the book's called Isadora Volume 2, so I guess he was writing from a woman's perspective,
Possibly.
but still.
I think...
Yep.
Because of my first character, I kept being non-healthy, but I think that was because I was lactose intolerant.
Alright.
It never really seemed to pop up anywhere.
Nope,
Even though I drank milk, I didn't die.
You are lactose intolerant. You drink some milk, you're absolutely fine. It was just a phase you were going through. So let's read out your stats then. You are 81% familial, 95% intellectual, so you're pretty dang smart. 53% physical, 98% social, and 94% vocational. So really pretty good stats there, I'd say. 89% calm, 94% confident, 57% expressive, 81% gentle. That is really quite amazing considering I think at the start of it you were like 34.
Yay!
86% happy, 79% thoughtful, and 69% trustworthy.
Some nice stats.
You have $67,000 and a camera, a high-tech, an electronic 35mm camera, high-tech stereo, prestige car, sports car, watch, and diamond necklace.
When did I get a diamond necklace?
I think Annie got it at some point.
But she wasn't rich.
She wasn't rich.
I
indeed.
made Claire rich bastard.
You've made her a rich old lady. Rich 65-year-old. So yes, that is the end
May I ask
of
something
Middle Adulthood.
before we...
Yeah.
In old age, can you die in each episode?
It looks like it. There's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 health-related ones.
Well,
9.
Let's say that the old age one is the time challenge to see how quickly that Anakin
Time
killed
challenge.
Claire.
Okay, it's a time challenge. Try and kill yourself as quickly as possible. No. But yes, thank you very much for joining us today, Jill. It's been fun.
I hope that Claire
you.
will live a nice and rich life.
Hooray! Well, she'll definitely live a rich one. And yes, thank you guys for joining us, and we shall see you next time for Old Age.
Goodbye, Claire. Goodbye.